Now, to properly draw this graph, every point on the marginal revenue curve should be about halfway between the vertical axis and that point on the demand curve. And I think I've done that fairly accurately. There's got to be a point at which the marginal revenue is 0, and then it turns negative from that point on. Having derived the marginal revenue curve, we can then superimpose this set of curves on a simplified version of our short-run cost structure. Here we have the demand curve, the marginal revenue curve, the marginal cost curve, and the average total cost curve. Now, we don't have the average variable cost curve because it is unnecessary for the demonstration that I have in mind here. What I want to point out is that in trying to search out the price-quantity combination that maximizes profit, the monopolist is going to weigh off the marginal revenue of each unit versus the marginal cost. That is, weigh off the points on this curve versus this curve. Now, on the first unit that is produced, the marginal revenue is way up there on the vertical axis. The marginal cost of that first unit is there. There's a profit to be made equal to that. The second unit gives you an additional profit. That is, well, I'm sorry, the marginal revenue is here. The marginal cost is here. There is a profit to be made on that equal to that. Well, the moral of the story is that for every one of these units, as we move toward this intersection, for every one of those units, the marginal revenue is greater than the marginal cost. The moral of the story is that a monopolist should produce QM, because in doing so, it makes additional profits on every one of the units up to QM. If it goes beyond QM, if it goes to QM plus 1 units, then the marginal cost is going to be greater than the marginal revenue, and as a result, profits will go down. You're adding more to your cost by producing this unit than you're adding to your revenues. So the profit maximizing output level is going to be QM. The monopolist can then look to its demand curve to decide what price it is going to charge. And the monopolist price, profit maximizing price, is going to be PM. Now, this means that the monopolist will achieve revenues equal to PM times QM, or one side of a rectangle times the other side of the rectangle, or it's going to be bounded. The revenues are going to be bounded by 0, PM, A, QM. The monopolist will incur an average total cost equal to ATC 1. And it can get its total cost by simply multiplying the average total cost times the quantity QM, and it will come out with a revenue box, one side times the other, equal to 0, ATC1, B, QM. This means that the monopolist achieves a profit equal to this, a revenue equal to this rectangular area. It incurs a cost equal to this rectangular area. The difference between the revenue and the cost is going to be equal to this box here, which we can label the profit. This would be defined as monopoly profits, monopoly rents. We will, in a following video, make note of the fact that the monopolists will indeed produce less than perfect competition and sell at a higher price. We will also demonstrate that the monopoly will impose a deadweight loss on consumers, on the market system. In that sense, monopoly is viewed as a form of market failure. Thank you very much for being with me.